the Vietnamese soldier grabbed me by the hair, dragging me forward like an animal. Even though I was larger than him, I didn't dare resist. I knew how much they hated us, and compliance was my only chance to survive. When we entered the village, the locals stared with pure hatred. I forced a smile and greeted everyone politely, foolishly thinking cooperation would spare me suffering. I didn't know the real nightmare was just beginning. A few days later, I was transferred to a crude prison deep in the rainforest. It held captured American pilots, every one of us skeletal. I learned they'd been imprisoned for 2 years, surviving on scraps of spoiled rice, sometimes even food crawling with maggots. I couldn't understand why no one had tried to escape. One prisoner told me the guards were well armed, and every night our feet were chained to posts with our hands cuffed behind our backs. Resistance seemed impossible. Then I found a nail near a shed. I distracted the guards, retrieved it, and sharpened it into a crude key. That night, I unlocked everyone's cuffs. Still, most believed escape was hopeless. Without food or water, no one would last 3 days in the jungle. But I refused to give up. I started saving portions of rice, drying and hiding them in a false compartment of the waste bucket. At night, we pried up floorboards and dug beneath the wall until the bars loosened. Everything was ready. We were waiting for the rainy season. Then everything changed. A prisoner who understood Vietnamese overheard the guards. Because US bombing had destroyed their crops, they'd decided to execute all of us. We had to move immediately. During the guards' nap, I used a mirror to check outside, then led the men through the tunnel and past the loosened bars. I took 3 rifles, planning to flank the guards, but the other team never showed. I fired alone, taking down 2 guards before escaping with my friend Mike. In the jungle, we found the others who'd escaped earlier. They'd hoarded shoes they found, caring nothing for the rest of us. I traded a magazine for a rusted machete, then left with Mike. Survival became our only goal. Rain solved our water problem, but then a mudslide swept away our food supply. We built a raft to ride the river, but nearly went over a waterfall. We caught vines just in time. Exhausted, we reached an abandoned village but found nothing. Just as Mike lost hope, I heard helicopters. I waved desperately, but they didn't see us. I set the whole village on fire. The smoke drew them back, but in the dark, friendly fire hit our position. We hid in straw piles and survived. Broken and defeated, I almost turned myself in. Then I saw villagers execute Mike with my own eyes. I ran, hiding in a haystack until they passed. The next day, I found a piece of roasted yam in an empty hut. Just as I was giving up, a plane appeared overhead. I waved banana leaves wildly, and finally, they saw me. Hours later, I boarded a rescue helicopter. When I saw the familiar military base, I broke down in tears. No one will ever understand what that journey took from me and what it taught me.